Hey puzzle besties, welcome back to my channel, Javi's Puzzle Odyssey. Alright guys, today we are finally going to get into the Dean Macadam puzzle. And I went back and forth and I decided to go with this one versus the other one, which was like Alice in Wonderland, I want to say. I'll show you guys. I can do this at some point. I would like to do this one at some point. However, I'm doing Disney puzzles. I know this one's not a Disney puzzle, but somewhat like related to like Disney or, you know, in that realm of things. So I decided to go with this one and I really like this image. It is from the USA Jigsaw Nationals 2025. So we're going to get into this one. So for this voiceover, we will be going over the wonderful artist, Dean Macadam. I will talk about Dean Macadam during my time lapse. And I will see you guys at the end for my final thoughts. We won't do a full unboxing. We know Ravensburger quality. And we've done plenty of Ravensburger on this channel. You guys know I like Ravensburger. So we'll go ahead and get right into that. Before we get started, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Drop a comment. Let me know if you guys have worked on Dean Macadam. Are you a Dean Macadam puzzler? Do you like his images? This is very busy. I'm low-key nervous. Like, I feel like it's going to be easy or it might be a little complicated. I'm leaning more towards the complicated side of things, but we shall see. Also, I just wanted to mention, since Lars got the second most votes, we will be doing a Lars Stewart review. Next, at some point, you guys know, I cracked open this beautiful 9K puzzle. We are going to get into the next part. Now, I noticed something. I pulled out section B initially, but I decided I'm not going to do section B because the order of the years in Disney history on the puzzle, it's A, B, C, D, or A, B, C, D, E, F. The next part is D. D in the order of the years. And I kind of want to continue to keep talking about Disney through the years. So I'm going to jump and do part D for the second part of the series, which will cover Cinderella, Dumbo, and this little picture is so small I can't tell all of who's there. But yeah, I just wanted to say I'm super excited to get into that one. So thanks, guys. Thank you all for joining in. Thank you for all the comments. I love talking to you all. I'm super excited to get into the next part, but let's get into this one. Alright guys, we are going to unbox this beauty. I was, again, originally going to do this one, but I'm working on a Disney puzzle, and I know this is not Disney, but I didn't want to just have another Disney theme. It's not Disney themed, but it is Alice in Wonderland, which is featured on Disney. So we're going to save this one for another time. Plus, this was one of the puzzles that was featured at USA Jigsaw Nationals 2025. So I really like this image, but we're going to go ahead and open it up. I'm not going to do a full review. You guys know I've reviewed Ravensburger plenty of times. We've done plenty of Ravensburger in here. And I think, you know, we know what it is with Ravensburger. But this is the only style of Dean Macadam that I have is on a Ravensburger. I don't have any Dean Macadam puzzles with any other brand. So we're just going to be doing this. So we now look at the image. It's so much fun. I love this image. It's so fun. It is very busy, and I do expect it to be challenging. And the plan is to sort out the reef, the coral, all the little colorful stuff here. And I'm kind of just going to flip everything up, maybe sort as best as I can, like sort out these blue areas, the lighter areas, and then I'm just gonna go in and just start puzzling. So I'm excited. I have this big old bag, but let's go, guys. All right, everything is sorted. We're using my 4 trays. I sorted what I could. Some yellow, some pink, some dark blue, some light blue, some green, miscellaneous, a little bit of everything everywhere. But y'all, the amount of dust on this puzzle is crazy. Like, I don't know. This is the most I've seen for a single 1,000 piece puzzle. There's a whole lot of dust. Let me stop playing in it. I do have my little handy dandy vacuum. As y'all know, I start sneezing. But kind of just shimmy the pieces on the board so that they're like laying flat. And I don't know what my strategy is, but I started putting some things together. Look how pretty. It's so bright and colorful. I love it. I'm super excited. I'm just going to pick and pull and place and maybe do some mini sorting in between. I don't know if it's going to require a lot of sorting. I feel like this is one of those where you just flip all the pieces up and see what you're doing and just kind of plug away. Hopefully it doesn't take long. I want to get this video out soon. So for now, we are going to go ahead and start with the edges. But I'm excited. This picture is beautiful. This artwork is beautiful, guys. I love it. I love it. All right, guys. I just want to point out before we get into this artist review, Dean Macadam, I just want to point out the fact that the sorting was not really a big sorting. I more so kind of just like sort what I could. I put light colors in sections and just kind of had everything flipped up, spread out so that I can see all the pieces. And usually with busy images like this, that is what I'll do. I'll just have all the pieces up and just look through them and basically use my memory of where things are to try to figure out where they go. Because the thing is with this image, it's a very busy image, yes. However, there are no sections that are not the same, right? So like across the image, there's similar colors and similar fish. So really, when I do a busy image, you know, obviously you sort what you can and you kind of just pull and place. But with this one, it was a little bit more challenging. So this puzzle took me a long time. Now, I'm not reviewing the puzzle in particular, more so reviewing the artist, but I just wanted to point that out because it was very challenging. But I did enjoy it and I had plenty of fun. And Jeff did jump in at some point to go over the help me with the puzzle because I was struggling, guys, at some point. Like once I got all the major parts out the way, I struggled with the rest. But we're gonna get into Dean Macadam, guys. So, if you ever open the Jigsaw puzzle and find yourself smiling at the sheer absurdity, color, and personality packed into every piece, the odds are you are looking at the work of Dean Macadam. So much personality in all his puzzles I've seen so far. But Dean Macadam is a professional illustrator with a wildly imaginative style and feels straight out of Saturday morning cartoon, but with clever layers and that keeps adults just as entertained. His illustrations are bold, exaggerated, and full of humor, making them perfect for puzzling. Obviously, like this, the image on this puzzle, there's just so much personality, and I think that's why I was drawn to this puzzle. But Dean didn't start out in the Jigsaw world. He was born in Latvia in 1978. His family immigrated to Canada, a move that sparked his lifelong love of drawing. From a young age, he was passionately sketching characters and scenes, turning his imagination into a career. At just 17, Dean received a full tuition scholarship to the Art Institute International, and later graduated with the Best Portfolio Award from AIFL in South Florida. His career quickly took off, working with major advertising agencies, publishers, and toy companies across North America and Europe, including while living in Sweden. I think that's so cool. I love to hear about their background and, what they where they kind of started and like where they ended up, He created branding and characters for Purina, Hasbro, and Burger King from 2003 to 2007. That is so amazing. So you've most likely seen his work before you even started puzzling. But Dean was a monthly feature artist in Disney publications in 2008. He helped bring a kid's virtual world to life for Kinder Chocolate in Italy. So, how did this advertising artist transition to puzzles? Well, Dean's love for storytelling, eccentric detail, and quirky characters found the perfect home in Jigsaw puzzles, especially with Ravensburger, who recognized his one-of-a-kind style. Through their collaboration, Dean has illustrated a range of puzzles that are anything but ordinary. One fan favorite, Ocean Lounge, which is the one I'm doing, people love this puzzle, and it was featured in the 2025 USA Jigsaw National Party. There's a tropical tiki party under the sea. You've featured jellyfish, bartenders, lounging sea creatures, deep sea disco lights, crabs serving up colorful drinks, and fun, funky, and full of tiny gags that make the puzzle experience feel like scavenger hunt of joy. This really did feel like a scavenger hunt when I was putting this puzzle together, and I enjoyed every moment of it. But Dean's work with Ravensburger also include entries in their escape puzzle lines, where storytelling and puzzling blend seamlessly. Every one of his puzzles invite you into a world where something is always about to happen, a frozen moment of cartoon chaos just waiting to be explored. Now, based in San Diego, California, Dean juggles life as both an illustrator and a father. His website showcase even more of his art, from puzzles to character design, and it's clear that no matter the medium, Dean's mission is the same: to make people smile. So the next time you're puzzling through one of his colorful worlds, remember, you're not just solving an image, you're stepping into the imagination of an artist who's been crafting wonder since he was a kid with a pencil and a big dream. I love this story. I thought it was amazing. And I did go on his website, deanmacadam.com. I will put a link in the bio if you guys want to take a look at more of his work. I was exploring some of his work outside of what he does on puzzles. And he has some illustrations of cars. There's a photo of him and his wife and his child. He seems like a lovely person. When I look at all his work, I see all the inspiration. I see how he incorporated a little bit of like some of the Disney stuff, like the even though Alice in Wonderland is not Disney, but it is featured in Disney, one of those stories that has been interpreted many times. But I love his artwork. It's just funky. It's full of expression. When I was doing this puzzle, I just felt positive. I felt like I was in a world of just fun and bliss. I loved all the artwork that was featured on here with the sharks having like these exaggerated features and like their expressions and the band playing music. I think there's even the little shark couple. He has like a little ring box. It looks like maybe he might have been proposing to her. I don't know. But I really really enjoyed this work, guys, and I hope you guys enjoy this voiceover and some of the history about Dean and some of his artwork. He has been featured in a lot of puzzles. A lot of his images are more so of the busy images, but they are beautiful for sure. I have about 2 or 3 more Dean Macadams, and they're challenging, so I might not get around to them soon. But let me know in the comments if you guys done a Dean Macadam puzzle and is it one of your go-tos. I do like busy images, but I have to be in the mood for a challenge, so I'm definitely going to be casually puzzling after this one, because I tell you, I had to use my brain on this puzzle. It wasn't one of those puzzles where you can work at a section, come back, and remember where the next piece belongs to and what section, what area, because everything looked the same color-wise across the board. But what I will say is there were bright, bright colors. This puzzle was perfect with all the beautiful bright colors. Made you feel relaxed and something, you can enjoy doing with someone else. I would recommend tackling something like this with another puzzle partner or a puzzle bestie and, have them help you out. Jeffrey did step in about towards the end of the puzzle, and, that's when I felt stuck for some reason. And I think a lot of it was I was just kind of like a little puzzle exhausted, like having to use my brain more than I normally would on a puzzle. But it was nice having Jeffrey pop in and help me out with some of it. He has really good eye color coordination, so he was able to find pieces through color. Another problem that I know I have and that I need to work on is I don't like to look at the box as much. And it is a problem, especially when it comes to speed puzzling, but more casual than puzzling, I try not to use the box. But for a puzzle like this, I definitely had to pull the box out, hold the piece up in front of the box, especially when I got stuck. And that did help me for sure. I think what it is too is a lot of the transition colors on this puzzle are a little seamless. Like the artwork is seamless. Like there's no like dark defined lines on the characters. It's more of like a hyper realistic image, and that definitely posed the challenge when I was doing this puzzle. Something I'm definitely not used to. This is my first time doing a Dean Macadam that I know of. I don't think I've ever done a Dean Macadam puzzle before, but definitely up there with some of my favorite puzzles. Will I do this one again? No. Will I admire this before I put it away and give it to someone else? Yes, I will keep it up for a day at least just to enjoy it. And I will be posting this on my Instagram. And I enjoyed every second of it, guys. But that is it for this voiceover. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed looking into Dean's life and looking at some of the inspiration behind his artwork. There is going to be a mid to end point check-in before we complete this puzzle where I'll be talking about my struggles a little bit, but I will see you guys at the end of this time lapse for my final thoughts. Okay. All right, guys, one final check-in. I am at the final stretch. And I'm struggling. And I feel like I have a lot of pieces to shape sort. And I don't really want to shape sort. But this is all of what I have left. And it's challenging. It is very challenging. This puzzle is very challenging. Because with the pieces that I have left, including everything that's left on the board, is very much so, looks all the same. So, definitely slowing down. And yeah, I'm slowing down. And it's okay. I'm still enjoying it. I'm still having fun. However, it's more challenging than I thought. I thought this puzzle wouldn't be that hard because I like busy images, but this one's like very busy with a lot of the same colors spread around the puzzle, so it's very hard. But I'm getting through it. I just taking my time. Oh yeah, I found another piece. But yeah, I just wanted to share some real-time feedback. It is very challenging. A lot of the fishes look alike. There's like lines in the image. It's kind of just like the characters. They don't have like, you know, dark outlines that kind of help you put the pieces together. Definitely challenging and different. Very busy, very busy. But we're getting through, guys. We're almost there. All right, guys, I want to go ahead and give you my final thoughts. It was tough. I needed reinforcement. Jeff came in a few times actually and jumped in and started helping me with the puzzle. So thanks, Jeff. This one was really tough. I think that I struggled. It's one of those puzzles where, you know, usually when you get like half to the halfway point of doing a puzzle, it starts to get easier, right? Like you're starting to get familiar with the pieces and the patterns and textures and colors. This was one of those puzzles where when I got towards the middle to the end, it just didn't speed up for me. It stood. It was a challenge. It was a fun challenge, but it was a challenge. I'm not gonna lie. And it's very busy. And I do like busy images. And I usually do like 500 piece busy images. I don't know if I've done too many 1,000 piece busy images, but this one was a whole lot of busyness going here. So much going on. Like you have the fishes across the image. You have like the sharks everywhere. And a lot of the expressions on the fish face are very similar, except for the ones in the middle. I think the middle, even the middle of the image was complicated. And a lot of the colors were like across the entire puzzle. So it made it kind of challenging, but I still enjoyed it. And I really, really love Dean Macadam's art. He does beautiful artwork here. Will I do this puzzle again? Probably not. Like, it was challenging. Like, I don't know. It was super challenging. But it is from the U.S. Jigsaw Nationals 2025. Loved it. I really enjoyed this image. I enjoyed the puzzle. This was a challenge. And I am going to be casually puzzling very soon after doing something challenging like this. But I really enjoyed this one. And it was really fun. And I loved all the expressions on all of the fishes and the sharks. I loved all the expressions. It just was full of character. The image was full of personality. It was so much fun, and I really enjoyed it. And if you're someone who likes busy images and like under the sea images, this is definitely a go-to for that. It covered everything. I mean, I had so much fun. There was a lot going on. They was having a party down there, and it looks like if I was a fish, I'd be at that little club that they're in. It's so cute. And I noticed that there was a ring box in the image. And was he proposing to her? I love this image. It was so much fun. But that is it for today, guys. Thank you for joining me. I will see you guys very soon. I am going to start the second part of the 9K puzzle. And I was thinking about, when I got further into it, maybe mixing up 2 bags at some point. Depends how everything's going. But I am really enjoying that one by Truffle. So let me know what you guys are puzzling down in the comments. Let me know if you're a Dean Macadam person. I enjoyed it. I will save. All his images are busy. So the next one it'll be a while before I do the next one. Because I need to do something a little more simple now. But that is it for today, guys. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. It's free. Drop a comment. I appreciate you all. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.